We often say when we see something, you say something. When you see evil, you say it. But it is not so in Nigeria, because at times when you see evil and you say it, you land yourself in problems that only you and family will carry, and at times you might not be able to bear it. This is true of this woman. This woman that came out saying that she bought bread for 2 months, the bread did not go bad. She did not mention any brand's name. She did not mention any name, and boom, the CEO of Bomb Bread came out and said she's referring to her bread. Probably she was able to identify her bread from that nylon. Then she took her to police station. This woman was invited to the police station. Thank God she had a legal counsel that can stand for her. So when she got there, she was taken to the CP's office, and interrogation upon interrogation. They didn't even allow her to hear herself freely. She was being interrupted from time to time, and as she said it, she said she was eventually taken to the cell. This is a woman that had high blood pressure. She's a widow. She doesn't have husband. It was Nigeria that happened to her husband, that the husband kpai. Through all these miniature doctors that don't know what they were doing, they gave the husband injection and the man kpai like that. She said she has seen a lot in her life. That's why she was being careful. Now, she had high blood pressure. She had this postmenopausal syndrome, where she will be sweating profusely and all of that. They took her inside inner cell, third compartment, so that she can suffocate them. Thank God for the likes of Mama P, Randy Peters, and the others, Showore. They were the one that came to her rescue, where she was released that night. Imagine it is me that knows nobody, or you that you don't know anybody. You will now tell us that when we see evil, we should talk evil. When we see something that we will say and land us in trouble. She said even the police officers there, they were saying, this woman, why can't you just keep your mouth shut? Why can't you just, if you know it's bad, why don't you keep it to yourself and stop buying from that brand? See what you have put yourself. You want to do over Sabi? Listen to her by yourself.
So I went to the station to honor the invitation of the AIG on the case of bomb bread that they reported. Nigeria has happened to me several times. My husband had a car crash in 2000, and he was taken to a very big general hospital. The doctors were on strike unknown to us. When he got there, it was a medical student that were attending to him. I was very young then. I saw some moves and I was asking questions. No, don't give him injection. He didn't eat in the morning. No, is that an allergy? Please don't give him. And they were like, are you a medical personnel or something? That injection goes into my husband. Before they could remove the syringe, he started jerking, foaming from his mouth, and he passed. Everyone I told said, you can sue the hospital. They buy your husband. And I said, if I try it, I will just disappear in this state. That matter is dead and buried. While this whole bread thing was brewing, a young girl of 23, very dear to her family, was fighting for her life concerning kidney issue, something that just started like play. In 3 weeks, she passed. She passed on Saturday. I was told on Sunday. That is why I told you when I came and I was looking the way I was looking, even though I was trying to put on a smile. We are ingesting too many toxins. I went to the police station and I was treated as a criminal on arrival. My phone was confiscated. I could not make calls without standing in presence of the police people with the entourage that came with Bomb Bread Woman. I made my statement. They have already written letters to NAFDAC. As at yesterday, I was in NAFDAC, and so that result will come out and I'll give you updates on that. So my phone was confiscated. My lawyers were asking, is she under arrest? Why are you collecting her phone? We went to the AIG's office. The woman narrated everything she was going to narrate, and I was also asked to talk. She talked for a long time. One of her speech, she said, before this, I had very few followers, less than 500. But because of her post that I made, I have gone viral all over the world. People are talking about me. And the AIG said, cheap popularity, you're looking for cheap popularity. I was able to speak to the point where I said, When I was growing up, bread will last only 2 days. He said, I should shut up. Is it by force that bread must last 2 days? That is it by force that bread can last more than that? I lost faith. I thought we that have lived in the 70s, in the 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s understand that bread shouldn't last more than that. So if anything has changed, we haven't been told. And so we are worried, we are curious, we are anxious. We want to know. And so at that point, I made up my mind that I have given up. This is not even going to go well. And the woman smashed her hand on the IG's table. She must provide that bread. Madam, you knew it was your bread already. So it's not as if I tied something somewhere and I'm saying it's your bread. I didn't say it was your bread. You said it was your bread. Now you are smashing the table and saying, she must provide that bread. Okay? And the IG say, yes, I should provide the bread. And because of what I have seen, I cannot bring the bread. I have only one loaf of bread. That is my lifeline. Why didn't you go to NAFDAC first? You would have reported to the police. You would have gone to... The system has failed us. Even if I have to bring the bread, I'll bring some for you guys to make the test. I'll keep some so that I can use it to defend myself. He said, take this woman for detention. And he signed my detention paper. And the police people there were saying, the woman even said, Madam, na Satan make you when you do that video. Hi, which can Satan be this? You just sit down, carry yourself, put for trouble. Your statement say you be widow. Then another police officer say she be widow now. Now this woman where their husband go die leave money now. She won't spend them. Madam, let me advise you as a brother. Take down that video and apologize. This thing you are going through is not going to help you. I was keeping quiet. And immediately I went to the cell to enter. I saw mosquito coils, was just, the smoke was coming everywhere. And the cell that they were opening for me, this first compartment, is that the word? Second compartment where the men were. Then the third one, which is the last one, that is more airtight. That was where I want to stay. I started crying. I started begging. I said, please, I'm claustrophobic, I'm hypertensive, I have menopausal issues that when the internal heat starts, my heart skips beats and I will be looking for how to take in air. Please don't put me there. You can put me somewhere. I don't even mind staying with the men. That's what I said. So you can keep me in the first one, lock me up, no problem. They said, you should have thought about that before making trouble. Seeing mosquitoes doing parade, saluting their commander, moving left, right, and center. God, I beg. Now, so my life go end. I even told the woman police, I say, if you leave me inside here, you may pick my dead body. She said she will go and talk to my lawyer. Let's see, I should just enter. She went and she never came. They didn't allow my son to bring my drugs. I was locked there. I was fanning mosquitoes, fanning to make sure I breathe. At some point, I got tired. I gave up. I just laid down. I was looking at the ceiling. They came in to call me. I was even scared that I should come. I went outside. My son did well by being very close. As soon as I saw him, I felt better. Going outside, the first thing I saw was our national flag. And I broke down. I started crying. I saw my main crush, Randy Peter, and Barrister Effiong. I saw Mama P, and then I was crying. If these people were not in Abuja at the moment, my dear brothers and sisters, when they would have brought me out, I would have been too weak to even sit down here. The route to change is not an easy one. If our NAFDA can do a good job, we will be the first to discover that healthy ingredient in bread that's suddenly making bread stay longer than necessary. If this result comes out and NAFDA tells us this particular ingredient that is making the bread last longer than it's supposed to be is healthy, it's even nutritious, if you eat, nothing will happen to you, we will be happy, and then we'll come out here again and we'll tell the whole world that we in Nigeria have discovered this secret ingredient that makes bread to last longer. So you don't need to be afraid. Everything is good. Bread is good to go. But for now, we wait the results.